thing, but we're going to do it visually. See, I have my scale here. You will have a scale on a laminated piece of paper. Well, it's not a real scale. I mean, it's just the same thing. You know, right here. We are going to look and see if the equations are equal or not equal. I will give you two dice. There will be 2 red and another 2 red. One goes up to 0 to 5, and the other goes up from 6 to 10. See, 10's on here. Is that like regular dice? No. Do you ever have 10 on there? No, so this is different. And then I'm going to give you blue pawns. We have white in there too, but we're not going to use those today. These are going to equal our x. We don't know the value. It may change in everything. In one equation it might be 2, and another equation it might be 7. Okay? So, we are first going to do this and this. You see it? Is it upright?
Yeah.
What is this red cube equal?
5.
Okay, and what is this equal?
X.
Okay, so what if this is equal, an equal equation, what does this blue pawn have to equal?
5.
5, okay. Let's see, let me change it. Close your eyes. Up, Colin. Okay, open them. Now what? Raise your hand, Stephon. What's on this side?
8.
8. And what's on this side? Hannah?
X.
It's
2x.
2 x's. So, let's think in our heads. What can these equal if we have 2 of them? Connor?
4.
4, because you know what? 4 plus 4
is 8.
oh, is 8. Okay. Close your eyes. Close them. Okay. Now what?
Hold on.
Quiet. Think. Let's think. Before you say anything, think it through. We have an 8, an x, and a 2, and 2x. What could you do? What could you go through your thought process? It's called something when you try different things and plug it in and see what works. What is that process called? It is an experiment. You are experimenting, but it's a process. Trial and error.
What?
Trial and error. Where you try things, and if it doesn't work out, then you try something again. It's just you call trial and error. It may work, it may not work, but you'll find out the answer. Okay? So everybody get out a piece of notebook paper. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Do trial and error. I want to see a few times where you try it out and it doesn't work for you. Go through it real quick. Just try a couple of them. Because right now I can think of a couple that doesn't work.
So you couple.
This pawn over here, you have to make sure both sides are equal. Could this pawn equal 2?
Yes.
Well, 8 plus what? 2 is
10.
So we have 10 over here. We have 10 here. Then what do we have over here? 2 plus 2, plus 2 is 6. Does 2 work for the blue pond?
No.
Well, darn. We'll have to try again. Could 1 work?
No.
No, because what would that be? 9. What would this be? 3.
4.
2, 3, 4. All right. Find it. I want to see an answer. You got to think. I'm coming around. I see some people have work on their paper. We'll turn the smart board on for you, so we can work it out together. All right, we already have an answer. Andrew, what did you get? 6. Let's try it out. 8 plus 6. 14. 2 plus 6. 2 plus 6 is 8 plus 6.
14.
Is that equal?
Yeah.
Does that work? So x equals 6. And you just did an algebraic equation. You found a variable. You found what x was. And it wasn't even given to you. You found it just by using a blue chess piece. Would this have been as fun if I had given you a piece of paper and said find x?
No.
No. Okay, let's see if our smartboard works this morning. I'm going to show you how to write it so you can check yourself. Okay, so Andrew gave us the answer. He went through trial and error. I saw it in his head. He didn't really do it on paper like he was supposed to, but he was sitting there thinking, no, yes, yes. So, he had his little drawing on there, and then he said x equals 6. And on your piece of paper that I'm going to give you, it's going to have x equals blank, and then check. Is it always good to check your answers, to go back and check behind yourself? I think so. Do you think that's a good technique to use on passing math? Yeah. Okay. Well, we said that x is 6. So, what do? We put x is 6 in the blank. And then you're going to check your answers. You're going to go back and look. You're going to say 8 plus 6 is 14. All right, 14 on that side. 2 plus 6 is 8 plus 6 is 14. That is balanced. So we say 6 equals 6. And we put a check over our equal mark. That means that you went back and checked your answer. And you checked it twice, so you know it's right. Okay? All right. I'm going to pass out your scales. We're going to try this together. I want you, clear off your desk, I want you to put your hands on this and see if you can figure it out through trial and error. Okay. Yes. I'll let you help me. Thank you. Gee, about 10 today. Okay, now we all have our dots and it's okay, it just tells you what's in there. I know you have enough. Oh, there goes Trevor. Clean up on all one. Now I'm going to give you our hands-on equations worksheet. And it's going to look like it's hard work, but you know what? We have our handy-dandy scale and our pawns and our dice. Do you think it's going to be easy for us?
Yeah.
For a sixth grader, this might not be easy because they don't have their hands-on equations.
But we're not sixth graders.
But we're not sixth graders, we're fourth graders. And guess what?
We know.
We're smarter than sixth graders. All right, let's look at number one together. Go ahead and set up your equation on your balance just like number one has on your piece of paper. Okay? There you go. No, it's on your paper, number one. Number one under lesson one. So I'm going to do it up here as well. Okay, how many have it? Put your right hand up if you have your balance set up. You should not be drawing right now, writing anything down. Right hand up if you have what I have up here on your yellow balance. Make sure you have your dice pointing up to the ceiling. So your 10 should be looking up at the ceiling so I can see it. Like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You may put your hand down. Man, y'all are lazy. All you have to do is raise your hand. Alright. So, this one's easy. Why is it easy?
Because it doesn't have an X on the other side.
Because you already know something.
You know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. Just a hint.
You know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. So x equals 5. X equals 5. And you know what? I made a mistake. You know what I did? When it says you have this, check yourself on the other side, guess what you have to write? You don't write what x equals. You write what you're trying to find out. So I'm saying 10. This is 10. So I had to check and make sure that my other side equals 10. That's why it didn't make sense, Hannah. That's why it didn't make sense. You were right. So I had to check back and make sure my x together, my two x's together equals 10. So I had to go back and check myself. 10 equals 10. Check. 10 equals 10. Check. All right, let's do one more together. Do the next one. We have 9 on this side. We have 2 and a pawn. Trial and error. If this doesn't come just natural to you by looking at it, this is why we do trial and error. This is lesson 1. Trial and error is what we're supposed to be doing. It's not supposed to come, oh, that's X is this. You're supposed to go through a process in your mind. Put your hands down. People are still working. We'll give them about 30 seconds.